In this video, I'm going to teach you how to start to shift limiting beliefs into positive expectations. So, in the last video, we talked about unity consciousness, and then we talked about how, particularly, we tend to ruminate or worry about the future when we're not in unity consciousness. And I gave you some tactics for being able to stop that cycle. This is another one of the strategies or tactics for being able to get out of the negative cycle of rumination or worry. So, whenever you're starting to feel like you're experiencing limiting beliefs or negative judgments and perceptions, you could, in that moment, start to shift the negative judgment or perception or limiting belief. So anytime that a limiting belief or one of these things arises, it's really basically showing you what you do prefer. When you start to experience what you don't prefer, you get to realize what you do prefer. It's the contrast in life. So say you really don't like something about yourself. Say you're overweight and you're eating and you're thinking, wow, I really shouldn't be doing this because I am tired of having all this extra weight. One of the things that you could do is start to think, well, actually, no matter what I do, the weight just starts to drip off. The weight just starts to disappear. I'm actually starting to become the most healthy self that I've ever been. I'm starting to get tone or whatever it is that your goal is. You could flip the negative belief, the negative perception, the negative judgment about yourself and start to turn it into more of a positive one. And you could do this with really anything. Say that you really desire a partner and you just haven't had one for a long time. You've been attempting to connect with people and to manifest this partner. You'll be able to do the same thing. So if you think, no one wants me or I'm unworthy of love and a beautiful relationship, you could just flip that right around as well. My relationship is waiting for me to be found. I'm finding the love of my life. We are so in love. And it's important to put it into the now moment or even in the past. A lot of the time, we're thinking about the past things that have reflected the fact that we don't have the thing that it is that we want. You could even think about the thing that you prefer in the past. It's important to think about it in the now moment or in the past instead of the future, because the more that we think about it in the future, the more that we're pushing it away from ourselves. And it's really important to continually do this regardless of what shows up in your life, because like we said in one of the earlier lessons, there's kind of like a time delay from this density that we're living in. The current vibrational state that we are collectively in requires some time and some distance a lot of the time for our manifestations to happen. So something that prevents people from manifesting the abundance that they want or the things that they want in their life is by doing the practice for some time and then falling off once they start to see the lack of whatever it is that they're trying to manifest. So there's a concept in metaphysics, and it basically says the swing to the left is the swing to the right, where basically it's talking about these rhythms in our life. It's the law of rhythm. And what ends up happening is when we're in balance, not in unity consciousness, we tend to swing between these different poles. And as we're swinging through them, it makes it so that we experience the extreme opposites of different things in our life. So if you think back in your life, there's been times where things have been going great, and there's been times where things haven't been going as great as you prefer. So, a way to basically get around this law of nature is to, when the swing to the right, let's say that's the things that you prefer are happening, when you start to feel like there's things that you don't prefer happening, that's when it's important for you to still keep on your focus, your vibration on the positive expectation of what you want to happen, because inevitably you could start to go with the swing to the left instead of kind of dodging the swing and then just allowing more positive things, more things that you desire and prefer to start to manifest in your life. So, yeah, it's really just all about staying into unity consciousness, going with the flow, really getting clear with what you desire and keeping that vibration and not veering from that vibration when things that you don't necessarily prefer start to show up. And you'll start to see the relationship with, like, oh, okay, my consciousness started to go in a direction that I don't prefer, and then following after that, my reality started to reflect that. You'll start to become more conscious of how you are creating your reality the more that you get into the present moment, into unity consciousness, and you start to really emit the frequency that you do prefer. So I hope that helps. This is going to be it for the course as of right now. I might update it, add other things into the mix. But yeah, it's just really all about getting into unity consciousness. That's what all of the meditations are about. It's really getting you into the realization that you are all that is, that you've created everything for yourself, and yourself is extended to all the people. At one level, we are all one thing, and that you are just as worthy as any other people. It's not to say to infringe on anybody's rights or anything like that, but it's really just understanding that you are the creator of the world in general, of the universe in general, and then your own direct life experience while you're incarnated here on Earth. So I thank you so much for going through the course. I encourage you to keep on practicing it, and feel free to message me with anything that you liked or things that you think weren't as helpful, and maybe anything that you would like to see added to the course that you think that other people would really benefit from. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love you. And I will talk to you soon.